name's Gregory Scott, and I'm going to do a 3-card tarot reading for you today. And in this reading, I'm going to use the Bonefire tarot deck. Choose my 3 cards and give you an insight into what's coming up for you. The first card is the Chariot in reverse. The Chariot is about moving forward and triumphing over circumstances and being willful enough to kind of make things work for yourself. Because it's in reverse, it means that you either don't have the conviction or the ability to overcome the circumstances that you want to overcome on this day. So you need to back off a little bit. You don't want to, harm yourself by being so driven to achieve what it is you want. Rather look at what you can do in this day. The next card is the Emperor in reverse. And that's interesting. What you're doing is you're coming up against something much bigger than yourself. You're trying to take down a system. You're trying to argue someone into realizing that they're wrong and you're right. You're trying to really bulldoze, and you've got a bulldog there. You're trying to bulldoze someone into seeing that you're the authority figure and not them. And the problem with that is that is much more established, that it's much bigger than you, and it's quite a task. This is kind of David and Goliath, except in this case, David loses. So it's important to look at a different tactic. You're not gonna bring down the system. You're not going to be able to overcome this thing that you really want to overcome. And the reason for that is not because you're not good enough or because you're incorrect, but you're coming at it from an aggressive point of view. You're coming at it in a kind of hostile way. You're kind of thinking, you're an idiot and I'm a genius, and that's not going to work today. It isn't. So change gears a little bit and see what's really going on. It could be that something has really triggered an insecurity in yourself. You're lashing out. It could be that you've compared yourself with someone and you want to take them down. But all of this stuff is very much ego. So you've gone into the ego, and the ego doesn't really create wonderful, positive circumstances in life. So back off, really. The final card is the 9 of Wands. And you can see the 9 of Wands. This guy is coming out of a kind of cave, and he's being surrounded by these burning acorns, and he's got a really nasty looking cut on his forehead there. And by engaging in this battle, you're going to get beat up. So back off. When you go into the ego, you can get a lot of things done usually, but it's a painful process. For instance, it's the guy who decides he wants to go to London and become #1 in the city selling finance, stocks and shares and blah, blah, blah. And he doesn't have the right personality, so he gets coked up and boozed up, and he goes out there and he lies and he cheats and he puts everyone else down, and he's successful. A lot of people like that exist. He gets a lot done, but really, what's the personal cost? What's the cost to the world? What's the cost to the environment? And really, what's his victory worth? And this is what I'm seeing here today, that the victory that you're after isn't a good one anyway. So failure, if anything, or inability to get what you want, is a positive outcome. Look for something better. Look for something more in line with your purpose. This is a little bit off track. Have a wonderful day, and I'll be with you again tomorrow.